Good luck.
Yeah, well, the Everett's guys came looking for Delilah, and I sent Delilah to Everett's people, so this is going to be a fun time.
Well, you have plenty of guns.
Getting a little bit of an arsenal. Happy Sunday, friends. Jen doesn't have problems since I ignore that. It's fine. I am DM Daddy RPG. We are here to bring you happy, fun time tabletop shenanigans, and I relinquish my power.
Well, let me move myself a little bit real quick, because I think, oops. I think I'm slightly off center. Is that better?
Sure.
Yeah, it is. Okay. I never know what I'm going to get until I'm in the Twitch stream. Everyone.
Hi.
Happy Sunday.
Hi.
Happy Easter to those who celebrate. Happy no crowd at the grocery store morning to those who don't.
Damn, I missed that.
It was great.
Discount eggs tomorrow. Discount eggs.
Yeah, Discount County Day. As you can see, we have an extra face today, who we'll get to in just a moment.
Hello.
But first, if this is your first time joining us, or you just like hearing us say the same thing over and over, you can join us on Discord. We say multiple different things on Discord. All kinds of chats, all kinds of voting for new games. There's a vote going on right now for DM Daddy's next game. What are the options? What are people choosing between?
The options are between Midnight World, which, if you remember, was one of the first games put on this channel that I ran. It's made by some lovely friends and people that I love very dearly down in Atlanta. And the name of the game, I believe, was Dementia.
Okay. Oh, the new one?
Yeah, the new one is Dementia. It takes place in an insane asylum, and it's definitely not a horror game. I would never do that to my friends. Definitely would never. Versus a Project Twilight campaign. Project Twilight is non-supernatural government people from the U.S. government investigating supernatural things that happen in the world of darkness.
And everything turns out great.
The good guys win, for sure.
Sunshine and rainbows all around.
If you are in the Discord and you haven't voted for yet, it is a nail biter. It is like basically neck and neck. Anything could go. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what we're going to get up to next. Speaking of, I'm doing this out of order, but voting, if you're a member of our Patreon, you might get weighted voting. You might also get a bunch of stuff. Merch is coming up next month. You could join the Patreon for as little as $1 a month just to show your support and say you are hanging out with us in body and spirit. There's also a ton of other perks, so click below or in the description if you want to investigate what we have to give.
And if you wanted to see what's coming in the future merch, look in the teasers.
Yeah, it's up in there.
I'm looking right now.
And finally, YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hi. Thanks for checking us out. Subscribe if you haven't. It helps a lot. It helps us with visibility. It helps us with engagement. It helps us feel good about ourselves. It's awesome. Also, feel free to comment. We love seeing comments, replying to comments, people getting sassy about Deadly Ambition's characters. He's not here today, but I am joined by four very talented role players. Yes. We'll start with you. DM Daddy as Jason Wild.
What up?
You want to tell me maybe what happened last week?
I had my final statements of things that I had to impart upon one of my merry band of people that don't die, and he didn't like what I had to say and stormed off. And then Timmy and I went and handled business.
Heck yeah. Timothy Edgewood, played by Glenn Dizzle.
Yeah.
What kind of business did you have?
A little unfinished business from episode 1, Maximo Trust. I trust he'll be not troubling us anymore.
Ah!
Him and I had a duel, and I got a hit. It
Yay!
was nice.
There was a lot of heart-to-hearts, ranging from various topics of like, what do you mean you don't know where your parents or the people that pretend to be your parents are?
It's fine.
Yeah. I went ahead and had the lawyer go check on that.
I know.
And we've got Chef as Bjorn. What happened to you last week? What did you do to yourself last week?
No, thank you. I was really hoping you'd pull that here for the recap. Just no, thank you. Just like walk off screen for a moment.
He knows I'm feeling
Well,
sassy.
now that you stole the idea from me, thanks. What did I do to myself? I answered a question truthfully. I got in a huff because a certain someone tried to still can't wrap their head around the fact that I'm not necessarily a good guy. Just maybe I may not be the lawful good paragon everybody wants me to be. Heaven help us. Then after I huffed,
After you left, you got arrested.
not sure where to go with that, with the not my dad thing.
After you left, you got arrested.
I went down to the waterfront, and then a certain police detective decided that they wanted to come ask me a few questions, and I know Bjorn has the right to remain silent. He does not have the ability to remain silent. So he mouthed off, quite sure that the detective would not believe him correctly, because I'm very sure the detective didn't. And it's all secretly part of my plan to find out where Verso is. That's what I'm telling myself.
I mean, you were told where Verso is. And today, our super special guest star, we have Chi Chai T playing Delilah Reed. Hey Chi, what's a little bit about your character today?
So Delilah, she basically has spent a lot of her life on the street, doing a lot of whatever she can to survive. to spend time on couches, stuff like that. I did meet somebody, Calvin Sartori, who basically fell in love with, and then we started working for a guy, Everett Mars, and yeah. I'd like to, obviously, well, since I'm in love with Calvin, I'd like to eventually get married to him and stuff. Hopefully that.
But man, he's been missing for a little bit. So,
Out of character, real quick, wasn't Calvin Pea Bottle guy?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I remembered that right. Thanks. Sorry.
Yeah.
yep.
Oh boy.
Never met him before. Don't know anybody by that name.
Nope.
Only Calvin I know comes with a tiger.
So Timmy and Jason, after your big rescue, big showdown, I'm guessing, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing you take Naomi back to the church just to kind of sit and wait and try to get in touch with Bjorn or Verso.
Versa more.
Verso more than Bjorn.
We'll still send text to Bjorn, give him a few calls, but we're mostly kind of. You can't find the needle in haystack. You wait for the haystack to come to you, or a needle to come to you.
As you're walking back, can both of you give me, just this, we're narrating, we're not going to play this all out, but give me a perception roll.
Okay.
Dale.
Not me.
That's enough still. As you are walking Naomi back into the church, you kind of glance over your shoulder back towards Central Park. You can't see the park exactly from where you are. There's a lot of buildings in between you and it. But just off in the distance, about where the Central Park property should be, the both of you see another lightning storm. Much like the ones you've seen before. The sound of thunder just off in the distance.
Kid, I thought you guys were like rare or something.
Typically.
Is this like some kind of like fucking, I don't know, like event? Is there like a tournament happening in the city?
Maybe we're getting down to that. The gathering.
You're getting down to that. You guys.
Yeah, I was referring to the we as in us.
Just making sure. I'm just okay. Well, let's get you inside before they do the weird like I can sense you thing, and so we don't have to deal with that.
He's a prince. He's using the royal we.
But
or do you want to go check it out? See who won.
I'm curious, but at the same time, I know that it sends me as soon as I walk up.
Do you want me to go look?
You might have a better chance than I of seeing and leaving.
Look for somebody. Look for somebody who's running away with the sword. Got it.
Yeah, at least to see if it's not Verso.
Okay.
Or Bjorn.
Going to look right in Naomi's face. Do not run off before I get back. Please.
He just gives like just an exhausted little nod.
Cool.
Take the bag with you.
Nah. That makes me look like one of you. Running around with a bag full of swords. I'm good, thanks.
Okay, I'll take the bag.
No. You know what I don't want to do? Fight someone who can't die.
Just be careful.
Always.
I'll escort Naomi in.
Okay. But this is, like I said, we're just going to kind of narrate this. Jason, you get back
I critted that perception roll.
Yeah, you get back to the park. You look all around. You don't have that immortal sense, so you won't know innately if there's anyone else around, but you do know that as you walk the perimeter of the general area you saw that from, and you can actually see the scorch marks in the grass where the lightning happened. You don't see Bjorn, you don't see Verso. But you also kind of know that, well, the loser's body tends to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of other people around. No one's asking suspicious.
All right. Oh well, back to the church. Oh darn, couldn't figure it out. Oh no. Kelly would like to know if she can give an advantage to a villain.
Sure. I'll just jot that down for me.
I mean, we were redeeming him for, what was it, Locke Resner?
Les Brockner.
Les Brock, excuse me. I couldn't remember
How
what his
dare
name
you
was.
sully his good name,
I
sir.
apologize. I hold.
Yeah. He's a fine, upstanding
I hold my head in
master.
shame.
So this is kind of evening when you're getting back to the church. Is there anything you want to do before you kind of settle in for the night?
No.
I'll make a few phone calls with anybody who might know, people getting locked up or people have picked up other things. If maybe, I want to try to find anybody that may have any kind of. No, that's he wouldn't know about that. So I just want to put some feelers out to see if anybody's heard anything about Bjorn
Okay.
And Verso.
and Verso.
Roll me streetwise really quick.
Okay, hey, I'm proficient in that.
Yeah.
Walk into a hospital, ask a nurse, do you know Verso?
Yeah, no.
Oh no, it's gonna
I
be
will
one of
say-
those nights.
That because you have some experience in dealing with kind of the underworld. Arrest records are public, but that doesn't mean they come out right away. Sometimes it can be as long as 24 hours.
Like I said, I wouldn't have known to check arrest records.
Just saying.
At least not at this point, but yeah.
Police records, court records, like if they got picked up by an ambulance for some reason, that wouldn't be public news. And it's a big city. There hasn't been any reports of anything like catastrophic.
Is Brockner still at large?
Brockner is still at large.
Cool.
But as far as the news is aware, or has reported, he hasn't killed anyone else recently.
Hey.
Been like 18 hours murder free.
Personal best.
Keep a marker. Go over to the little dry erase marker. Mark 18
One
hours.
day since the last murder. Okay. Cool. Bjorn,
Yes.
you're stuck in jail for a little while.
Yep. What day of the week is it that I got arrested? Was it a Friday? Let me refresh that.
No, it was not fair.
Okay, cool. That doesn't mean I'm stuck for the weekend. Okay.
I mean, you might be.
Well, not for the whole
might.
weekend anyway.
Okay.
Question just for Timmy, since he's asking around. When I spoke to Grace, I mentioned that church. Is it possible that the Padre would know where I am by this point?
Don't know. That's a Jen question.
That's why I'm asking Jen.
All right, what was
Oh,
the
you're asking
question?
me.
I thought you were asking him too. So I kind of
Oh,
stopped
sorry.
listening for a second. What was the question?
Thanks, Jen.
I was
Alright,
reading
so-
Kelly's messages.
I went to my one phone call. I called Grace. In that phone call, I mentioned, amongst many other things,
Mm-hmm.
the name of the church we were at,
Right.
and the father.
Mhm.
Is it possible, since Timmy is trying to find information, that he would have that the Padre would have information to give him for that like looking around, asking around thing to have happened?
Well, he would, except
Padre's not there.
he's not there.
There's a big immortal
have
fight
no way of knowing.
outside. There's a big immortal fight outside. Sure hope nothing bad befell the Padre.
Clink.
Delilah.
Yes.
It is late at night. And you are in your tiny apartment just hoping that Calvin will call or text or something, anything to let you know that he's alive still. You are busy packing up a bag. You know you've got to get out because people are asking questions about him, and it's never good if ever it's people are asking questions. All you know is the last time he texted you was a few days ago, and the only thing in that text was the address of a church. You don't go to that church. You've never been to that church. You're not really a religious person, not after all you've seen and done. But you've got to go somewhere. What's your plan?
Since that was the address that he texted me, I'm gonna go there, hope that I'll figure something out with them.
Okay. What do you take with you from your apartment?
I'm assuming I have some spare cash, so I'll probably take that because need it. Would I have something to kind of help protect me with?
You've got like some keychain pepper spray. You've got a couple of knives that you guys keep kind of in the apartment just in case it's not a great neighborhood. Calvin had a gun. He took it with him, though. You don't know where, if he has any more, they'd be stashed.
Yeah, I'll take the knives and pepper spray as well. Other than, I also take my phone because need that. Other than that, I'm mostly focused on getting out of there so I don't get in any trouble there and finding Calvin.
All right. So you pack up all your stuff, you zip up the bag, and just as you're about to exit, you hear stomping coming up the stairwell. It's not super late at night, but for as shitty as this apartment is, at least it's normally quiet.
Is there a back exit that I can sneak out?
You have a window that goes out to a fire escape.
I'll go that way.
Roll me athletics.
Where do I find that?
It's going to be on your sheet.
All right.
You should have a sheet available to you.
Yep.
And you just click.
Click core, which will bring up the character sheet like stats and stuff in the top middle. And then if you scroll down, there should be a list of skills.
And you just click on the little dice icon beside the word or the word itself.
Said athletic.
Yep, it's alphabetical. Damn.
No, the dice don't like me.
There is an advantage.
She doesn't have any. Let's see.
Gave her one.
She's
You're
not.
on the sixth floor.
Cricket gave one to the bad guys.
She's not the bad guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was for
That's all right.
my mistake.
As you jerk the window open. It's tough. It's been painted over like 6 times every tenant that comes in, but you get it open. You squeeze your little body out the crack in the bottom of the window. You thunk onto the fire escape and start making your way down. As you get about halfway down, your bag gets snagged on a rusty corner of step.
No.
And you tug and you yank. And you hear above your head the door to your apartment slamming open. And in your panic, you yank one more time, toppling head over heels down 2 flights of stairs.
That hurts.
It does. You catch yourself before you hit the actual ground, but you are sore and scared and already at 7 points of damage. You've got a twisted ankle, your elbow is scraped all to hell. You've lost some of the clothes out the bottom of the bag. It ripped clean open. But you are able to, on purpose, descend that last flight of stairs to get out.
I will continue doing that and heading towards the church. Hopefully sneakily.
And roll me a stealth real quick, too.
I should have been more careful with my words.
You take a moment to catch your breath, ducking out of the line of sight so that anyone looking out the window for you is not going to immediately be able to see you. Gather yourself, a few deep breaths, pull up GPS on your phone, and manage to creep away without them seeing exactly where you went. How are you getting there? It's several miles away, so you can either hoof it, you can hail a cab with what little cash you have, you can hop on the subway.
I'll grab a cab.
Okay. That will cost basically the cash you grabbed. But in less than half an hour, the driver will drop you off in front of the church. What do you do when you get there?
I'll go inside and kind of ask if anybody is there anybody like actually just inside when you first go in?
There is a handful of parishioners in the pews of the church. There's 2 sets of 2 off to the right-hand side, a little aisle of maybe a family of 4 to the left. There's a couple of nuns at the front. And Jason or Timmy, would either of you be up on the floor?
I'd be downstairs with Naomi.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
I mean, probably go to one of the like nuns or someone, see if they have like anything that I can use to like maybe bandage up some of the wounds from falling down those flights of stairs.
You cross past the pews up to the front where the altar is and where there's a couple of nuns sort of standing, maybe gossiping, you don't really know. Full habits on exactly what you would picture if you thought nun in a movie. One of them turns towards you and gives you a once-over, looking alarmed and concerned. What evil has befallen you, my child?
I'm trying to get out of my apartment and I fell down the fire escape.
Is that really what happened?
Yeah,
This is a safe place. What's your name?
my name is Delilah.
Delilah, come. Come have a seat. She'll kind of guide you toward the front row of pews.
I will follow.
Do you need the police? Do you need someone to take you to the hospital? What do you need?
No, I don't need to go to the police or the hospital. I was trying to find somebody, and this is the address that I was given.
Well, who are you trying to find?
My boyfriend.
Oh. And what's his name?
His name is Calvin.
Calvin. I imagine he's not someone who's sitting out here then?
No, I didn't see him here.
Very well. You sit just here. I'll get you some band-aids and ice pack. And would you like coffee? Juice? Tea?
I'll take some tea.
Tea. Very well. You sit here. I'll be back as soon as I can, okay?
Thanks.
Big deep breaths. And she kind of walks away back behind the altar. Timmy and Jason, what are you guys doing downstairs?
I guess we would just be tending to Naomi, any kind of wound she may have, or any kind of bandaging up she needs, comforting.
She is largely unhurt, besides, the hand that was already messed up to begin with. She's got some bruises, but mostly she's just exhausted from dying a little.
Well, she got better, so that's a plus.
And her chest hurts from CPR.
At least you're alive for it to hurt.
She's not going to argue about that at all. Just kind of nods.
Speaking of hurt, there's a hurt in chat.
So where were you? What were you doing?
I knew the key card I had and the information I had. I knew it wasn't going to last forever, and you guys were so busy off doing whatever it was you were doing. I just thought if I could sneak in one more time, I could transfer some money over to myself so I could find somewhere to go, so I could run far enough away that he wouldn't get me.
Well, you ain't gotta worry about him anymore.
Why not?
He's gone.
Like gone?
Gone.
I am. Okay. Where? Because he has cameras like a lot of places in that office. And I don't want you to get in trouble.
He is no longer on this earth.
That's not what I'm asking.
The thunderstorm probably would have wiped out the computers.
Did things get uploaded? Was it in an office or was it in his science den?
That science den, it looked like.
Okay. He was really paranoid about patents and corporate theft and stuff. He didn't have cameras in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Where are you going next, Naomi? You're free. You don't have to worry about trust. Where are you going?
I don't know, because I've been doing this one thing for a lot of my adult life, most of my adult life, if I'm being honest. So
I never thought it would require a little bit of fastness on your end.
What do you mean?
You had access to his accounts and all.
Yeah.
You could set up the transfers over to you as a inheritance, or he left it to you.
Thought about that, but it's a corporation, so there's a board of trustees.
Okay. Well, I didn't know how
He,
paranoid he was about anybody else owning his things.
he was a majority shareholder, but like, in the event of his disappearance, it would still be a vote.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can manage not to get arrested for his disappearance, then I guess maybe I can get their vote. Or I could just go somewhere else. What are you guys gonna do?
I think soon it's time for us to change locations.
Because of all this stuff?
Yep.
There's a lot been going on, and things are getting a little spicy around here.
What kind of spicy?
I mean, there was the thunderstorm right outside in the park. Had the same thunderstorm that happened at Maximo's place. And there's just been, they set loose a murderer that can't die. And so on, so forth, etc. And just a lot of their stuff going on right now.
Well, and you're just kind of stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
That is a point. Jason, what do you wish to do?
The right thing.
Yeah, but like, what would be your ideal thing to do? Go and do now.
Ideally,
If you had your
ideally, I'd get far away before they find all those bodies that we shot and stabbed. But honestly, and the right thing to do, which I'm probably going to be doing once I know you're in the clear, is having the detective meet me there and turning myself in.
Wait, what?
We killed like 5 dudes.
But they... It was like self-defense, right?
No. No, Bjorn, Timmy, and Versa decide we're going to go break into a gang hideout and then pick a fight.
I wasn't trying to go fight.
I know
It
you
just turned
weren't.
into that way.
I know you weren't. That's why I'm not holding you accountable and why I'm going to let you get ahead of it before I go turn myself in. I also wasn't going there to look for a fight, but unfortunately that's my job, and that's just how it was.
Was there any reply back from my attorneys?
Brad, did you kill Muffin? Also, thank you very much for the raid, Brad.
Brad. Your attorneys, did you just ask... what exactly did you ask your attorneys?
If they could take a special interest in the case involving insert parent name.
Okay. They replied, we'll take a look at it in the morning
Okay.
and let us know anything you know about it. What do you tell them?
I'm not going to tell them anything just yet.
Okay.
I'm going to think on it for a while.
Okay, that's fine. As you guys are discussing, there's a quiet, gentle knock at the door at the top of the stairs, and then the sound of like it clicking open, but just creaking open the tiniest bit. Excuse me?
I'll stick my head up. Yes, sister.
Hi. We have a sweet young lady here looking for a Calvin. Is one of you Calvin?
No, sister.
Do you know a Calvin?
Step out into the hallway.
Okay, I wouldn't ask. I'm not. If it's you, I promise I won't tell anyone else.
It's not me, but I do know Calvin, yes.
She seems to have been run into a bit of trouble. And she is looking for her boyfriend, Calvin.
Feels like that.
If you just want to tell me where he is, I can let her know. You don't have to.
I was away doing some other stuff. I'll confer with the colleagues, and then I'll come up.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
You're welcome, sister.
Turn and walk away.
Walk in. What happened with Calvin? Did Bjorn kill Calvin?
Who are you asking?
I'm looking at Timmy.
Oh, I have no idea. I wasn't here during that time either.
So you don't know. Great. Okay, cool. Well, his girlfriend's upstairs.
He was still here when I left. If that helps.
Okay.
Thanks, Naomi. Oh.
The last I'd heard from Padre was that he was going back to the restaurant. That was the last I'd heard.
Okay. Thank you, Timmy. I'll go upstairs. As I promised the nun I would.
Correct. Over in jail. How you doing, Bjorn?
Yeah.
Call her a penguin, I dare you. Oh. Fine, settling in, making new friends, wondering where the hell my attorney is.
It's after lights out, but lights out in jail isn't really lights out. There's still people being booked in, bailed out. It's kind of an all-night affair.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping I could have gotten one of those bail hearings by now, but
Oh, a hearing? No. As a guard walks by, he knocks on your little metal cell door. You got a meeting with the attorney. Come on.
oh, thank you.
Hands through the bars. Behind your back.
Having never done this before, very, very ungraceful.
I mean, it's your second time at least. He clicks them on.
Not through a door.
Clicks them on, grabs you by your arm, and like starts leading / tugging you
Okay.
down the hallway to a little private meeting room.
All right.
Opens the door up. It's not an attorney. It's Grace. Yeah. Sitting there, a little legal pad in front of her, not holding a pen. The pen's on top of it, just waiting. The guard lets you in, secures you to the table and chair,
Mm.
and then leaves.
So, is this a bad time to tell you that I'm kind of into this?
Which part?
Mostly the handcuffs and you being surly.
Well, then I have good news for you.
Thank you for coming, Grace.
As soon as I was able to get you an arraignment is tomorrow morning, so
Thank you.
that's that. This isn't a recorded space.
Okay.
So. What the fuck?
I tell you what. And I say that Grace,
Yeah, Bjorn, how brave are you about to be?
very actually. You will find what I'm about to say hard to believe.
I mean,
I promise you it is true.
okay.
I think
If you're about to tell me you didn't do anything, anything,
Oh, no.
I will join you in the cell next door. Don't think I won't.
I believe you. No. Grace, I know that we've talked about me being an old soul and everything, and I think you heard some of it on the phone call with that loudmouth bastard, but yes, I am an immortal. I cannot die. I was born in the year 1050 in southeastern Denmark. And since then, I have lived my life defending my head and trying to get by as best I can. You are the third person I have told this to, that I have had any sort of relationship with. The previous two were both of my former wives.
As you look
I
across
am
the table at her, her face doesn't change while you're talking. Before she's like, if this is your idea of a proposal, I would rethink my strategy.
It's not. I would like to have you in my life for as long as it may last, but that's ultimately your decision. However, at this point, I had to tell you that because that's one of the things the detective heard me say. Problem is, oh yeah. I started the whole sentence off with detective. You're not going to believe me. I'm fairly certain the detective is going to think I'm crazy. Which, to be fair, it's a pretty good line. But unfortunately, it is the truth.
I know.
Fuck you mean you know?
I know. Bjorn. I've known this whole
How?
time.
How?
There is a secret organization
Oh, there's bunches of them.
tasked exclusively with observing, cataloging, and understanding immortals.
Really?
Yes,
What are they called?
the Watchers.
Watchers. And you are a watcher.
Yes. I actually started out in the CIA, Bjorn.
That I believe.
Was recruited from there.
Much of this, like handcuffed gesture, you and me, how much of this was real then? Or was I an assignment for you?
You're trouble for me.
Oh, I'm quite sure. I don't mean that playfully. I mean, I know I am. So wait, you know everything about me.
More or less. As much as you know.
You know about what happened in Damascus. You know about what happened in Oslo. And the fact that you didn't try to kill me, I am surprised. Did you
We
ever love me?
are not supposed to get involved.
And
But you were interesting. You accidentally met me in a coffee shop. You weren't supposed to
accidentally.
notice me. I was just supposed to be sitting there listening in on your conversation, and you turned around and said hi. And you liked me,
Yeah,
and I couldn't just
still do.
disappear.
Is that why I'm trouble for you?
You were trouble for me in a lot of ways.
Yeah, you fell in love with your target. Fine. You came to enjoy the company of your target.
Yes.
You'll forgive me for being somewhat skeptical, but as someone who has admitted that they are part of were part of the CIA and has been spying on me for literal lifetimes.
No, not that long. Only my lifetime. It's been 6 years now.
How can I trust that?
Because I didn't have to say anything.
No, you didn't. And the fact that you have means that one of a couple of things is going on. Either A, you're telling me this because you're about to do something that only watchers get to do, that I need to know about it for so I can claim watcher leave protection, if that exists. Or you're going to try to kill me, which, to be fair, I can't say I don't deserve. Or you're going to tell me that somehow, magically, you're carrying my child. Of those, there's several others, but those are the most common ones I can think of.
Common ones.
Well, ones that I could ones I could most easily see being said.
You're infertile, Bjorn.
I'm incredibly
We all
aware.
know. Option 3 isn't an option. And if that was a test, that's a very mundane one.
I did say magic. And if I were to have children, you would be one of the very, very few people I would actually enjoy seeing be a mom. But that's beside the point. You've told me you've blown your cover. Why?
Because you are asking things of me that I cannot clandestinely do. Because in order to get you out of here, I have to show my hand.
What hand? CIA hand?
Yeah. I have to call in favors because I don't know exactly what happened. I was, in fact, in the Middle East.
Is that
If
where
I come
you're...
back and you are arrested for aiding and abetting a prison escape, but also you're under suspicion of domestic terrorism. And do you understand how much it's going to take to make that go away?
No, I don't. I have, for obvious reasons, stayed as far away from most governmental echelons. The last time I got involved with anything like that, it was the Vatican, and they were the closest thing to a permanent
Do
government
not
I had back
get
then.
on a rant about the Vatican.
I'm
I
not.
swear. I don't have the time.
Why?
Here's what's going to
Why do you-
happen, Bjorn.
Why do you feel the need? Okay.
Go ahead, ask your question before I...
Why do you feel the need to get me out of this at all? There's enough inconsistencies in the case that any judge who could say, okay, prove it. And I'll say, fine, Your Honor. That videotape shows that I should have several bullet wounds, yes? I
I
don't.
don't think you understand how the legal system works here. You could sit in jail for months, maybe a year, before you even get a real trial. They have enough information. They have enough to move on to a trial. It's not going to get
Yes.
thrown away.
I know that.
And I know time means nothing to you, but I also know that this is all probably because you're just an idiot. And you probably shouldn't be in jail for life because you're a fucking idiot.
It came after someone I love. If it had been you that came after instead of Angela, I'd be
Literally.
in the exact same situation.
Literally, that is not a direct cause of the trouble you're in right now. And the fact that you think that is interesting.
They sent people to try to kill me and then texted me to come here.
Sure.
That is a direct cause.
No.
How is that not a direct
It is a narrative point. That did not directly cause you escorting a suspect out of a police blockade. That did not directly cause. Yeah.
Well, I'm not pretending I didn't do it. I'm not going to somehow pretend that I'm innocent. I don't insult you, and I don't lie to you.
Okay.
I lie to almost everyone else on Earth, but I don't lie to you.
So here's how this is going to work, Bjorn. I'm going to burn the favors I have. I'm going to get you out of this trouble. And then I can no longer work with you. I cannot work with you. I cannot work around you. And you will never see me again. You will pretend we never had this conversation. Someone else will be assigned to you. You will never know who they are.
Can I posit a different course of events?
Probably not. But you can't shut up, so go ahead.
Grace, you're right. Time doesn't mean as much to me as it does to everyone else. Time away from you it means quite a bit. Based on how you've been phrasing things, you haven't burned any favors. You haven't called anything in. And to be frank, part of me truly wishes that you let me go through the court system rather than have to lose you.
Yeah, here's the thing. You are going around telling people you're immortal.
I told
That is your defense, your immortality. That is on a police recording. That would be played at a trial. You know what's going to happen while you're in jail? If anyone in that jail hears you, they're going to try to kill you. They're going to try to hurt you. And then what happens? You've exposed yourself over and over again. As much as I can't risk my identity being known, I can't risk your identity being known. And from what I understand of your rules that you are supposed to follow, neither can you. This is
Grace,
a hole you dug, Bjorn.
Yes,
and it's up to me to fill it back in.
So let me ask a few questions then, since apparently I'm never going to see you again.
Fine.
Is Angela a watcher too?
No.
Would you tell me if she was?
Yes.
And you're all just human.
Yes.
Do you know I envy you that?
I'm sure you do
I envy you
sometimes.
the ability to grow old with someone I love, have a family. Yes, I do. To not have to see everybody I love get sick, old, wizened, and die. Have to change who I am. Yeah.
Well, since you have potentially infinite more time than me, make a better use of it.
What would you suggest?
Be a better guy. Care about people who aren't you. Do the right thing. Be a fucking champion. Use your superpowers for good and not impulse.
Why does everybody keep saying superpowers? I other than the fact that I can't die, and believe me, I wish I could sometimes, I'm just a man. I'm a man who has
And
lived.
be a good man.
I was. I was a good man.
Then I was in
I
love
was
with you.
happy. I wanted the world to be able to go on about its course without me. All I wanted was to just be happy and love the people who would love me back. That's all I wanted. To fish and to farm and to not have to be reminded every single day that there is a group of people just like me who are actively wanting my head. That every person I know and love is in danger because I happen to be nearby. Do you really honestly think I'm so selfish that to be able to be the kind of person that you would want to grow old with isn't something that I would trade all of this for?
Be the person you would trade all of this for. There is nothing stopping you from being good and doing good and making good choices. Nothing. Except you. You try to live in the moment so hard that you do things you never would have done 100 years ago. You make decisions you never would have made. You let criminals escape after murdering guards. You let a lead on a domestic terrorism act walk off. You got her
Actually, I'm
killed,
really sure
probably.
Oh, I'm quite sure she's dead. I don't
So-
believe I got her killed.
She could have been in custody.
And somehow that would be safer. As you've just described, this place is a great way for someone to get murdered.
Well, she wasn't around bragging about her immortality. And you are
No. She's someone who-
obviously missing the point, which means this is a good decision I am making. This is your second chance, Bjorn. You can take it or not. You'll be released in the morning. She stands up away from the table.
I'm never going to see you again. You'll still be keeping an eye on me, won't you?
No.
Can I
You can roll
empathy check
insight.
that?
You can-
Yeah, I want to insight the hell out of that.
She's probably lying more to herself than you.
I understand why you're doing this.
Good.
I think. I also understand that I'm not going to stop loving you. And if the situation changes where I can see you again, I would go to the ends of the earth. I've done it before and I will do it again.
And if I hear of you again, Bjorn, I hope it's because you're being the man I'd want to see.
What would that man do in a situation like this?
You have a while to think about it.
Yes,
He
I
knocks
do.
for the guard to let her out. Door opens.
You were the best thing that's happened to me since I came to this continent.
She just gives
I'm
a little
sorry I
nod
did this to you.
and then walks away. The guard leaves you alone for a while and then escorts you back to your cell.
Tear streaks. Oh yeah. it's clear that I've been crying.
All right, Team Church. Now that I've emotionally damaged.
Here. Let me help you with that.
Thank you.
Where was that? Where was that the entire
My
time?
gifts are hard.
Well, I mean, with Bjorn, it's hard to tell what's actually going to emotionally get to him or not. So
Fair.
I had to confirm until the end.
Jason.
Poor
you-
Angela.
Right?
Just not as good as Grace, apparently.
That emotional distance really turns them on.
You do understand that Bjorn is a pathological liar, right?
Oh, I haven't noticed that at all.
Jason, you head up the stairs. You go back into the church proper. You see a woman bleeding from like a scrape on her arm, just rubbing at her ankle, ripped bag in her lap, sitting in the first pew.
There's those medicine rolls I know and love. I'm gonna
Boo-boos.
I'm gonna try to at least the cut.
Someone has given her like an ice pack and like one of those little red first aid kits that you just find in bathrooms sometimes. I'm actually gonna have both of you roll intelligence.
Why's it gotta be intelligence?
No.
Oh, Timmy, are you up there with them?
Oh, you said both, so I thought.
Oh,
She's here. Glandizzle, dang.
Yeah, that's right.
You can come with us if you want, though. If you want to be part of the scene.
yeah, I don't know.
Might as well. I still don't know anything.
Oh, bummer.
16
All
on
right,
intelligence.
16.
Meaning.
Perfect. As you round the corner and really get a chance to like look at her up close, she looks kind of familiar.
Okay.
Not like someone you've seen recently. The familiarity dings at the farthest your memory really reliably goes.
Okay.
But you think you've probably maybe seen her before, or maybe it was like a family member or a sister or something.
It's a big city, you know. It's fine.
It's a big city.
Yeah, it's a big city.
You say that to Delilah?
Uh-huh.
Or
Do you know Calvin?
Yeah.
Have you seen him recently? I'm trying to find him.
How many days ago was the whole piss bottle car situation?
that was probably like 3 days ago.
Last I saw him was about 3 days ago. When's the last time you saw Calvin? As I'm trying to bandage wound.
That would also be 3 days ago.
It's been 3 days since I've seen him.
I talked to him when he was at work at the Mama Vincent's, I think is the name of the restaurant. And then last I saw, he's like, we stepped out, and last I saw, he said he was going back there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
He had left a message or left word with the father here that he was heading back to the restaurant. We haven't seen him since.
Have you gone by his work?
Would I have stopped by there?
You would have stopped by there, but also you know that his work has been calling you, trying to find out where he is.
Yeah. The restaurant has been calling me, and they don't know where he is.
Okay.
This address was the last information I got from him at all.
He told you that he came to the church?
I just got the message with the address for the church.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't Again,
Yeah.
it's been a couple days.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah.
you can go.
That's the only thing I could think of is if to go see you down at the restaurant. How far was the restaurant from here?
Couple
That was
blocks.
a couple blocks.
I mean, we're right around the corner, more or less.
We
Were
might as
you?
well.
Were you helping Calvin with his part-time work?
I mean, we did both end up working for a guy named Everett together. And yeah, we are dating, so I think he may have gotten into some type of trouble, but I don't know.
Who's Everett?
Everett Mars, he's just somebody that we work for.
How do you get in touch with Everett Mars?
Would I have his phone number?
You wouldn't have his direct phone number. You would have the phone number for basically someone directly under him.
I have the phone number for somebody who's underneath him.
Have you tried calling them?
Wasn't Everett Mars the dude that we went to go see about that night, then went and talked to his dad the next day? Like looking at Timmy. Okay, so well,
Mm-hmm.
good news. You can find other means of employment.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about that.
And if there's good news, I take it there's some bad news to follow that up with.
I've already given you the bad news. I have no idea where Calvin is or what
Yeah.
became him. But if you want help, if you want to go, want us to come with you to look around,
I would definitely love some help.
which should be really weird to Delilah because one of them's a 10-year-old kid.
11.
11, whatever.
No.
All right. Well,
So I
then,
take it that's your kids?
it's my baby brother.
What did you get on that intelligence roll?
I got a 16.
You did. You did. You
You
did.
get a 9.
Delilah, Timmy looks weirdly familiar. You can't place him. You don't really know a whole lot of kids. Definitely doesn't look like he's from like your apartment complex or anything like that. But ooh, you just get a feeling you've seen him somewhere before.
Oh.
Your little brother looks familiar.
Yeah, get that a lot. He was big on like the TikTok or something like that. So if,
Pulls up
yeah,
TikTok, shows some gaming clips.
Nice.
all right. Well, you know what? I'm hungry anyway. Least we can do is go check out Mama Vincent's.
Sounds good.
Unless we wanted to go to that wharf restaurant.
That would be funny right now. I think we need to go check on, see if we can find
Yeah.
Calvin. As much as I would want to go to the war, although it feels a little wrong to be going without. But you know what? Let's just go with time.
Hey, Timmy, just because I really wanted you to succeed, will you re-roll me intelligence?
You know, you're currently God. You can just say he succeeds. You can
Man.
just say he succeeds.
Ah. As you're, I'm gonna say that's good enough. As you're standing there listening to the two of them talk, there's something that sparks your memory, and this is
Immortal
a second.
flashback. Immortal flashback.
feeling of disconnected dread hits the pit of your stomach because, like someone else you've been hanging out with, you definitely met Delilah before, not as an adult, when she was a kid.
I was probably under one of my previous names at that point.
Yep.
I'm just gonna kind of keep my hood up.
All right. So we're having Italian for dinner. Let's go. Come on.
I try to take them someplace nice. I offer. And this is how I'm.
We're not
As you
going to
was-
the wharf.
As you start to head toward the exit, the door flies open. And three guys in kind of rough looking street clothes walk in, pushing past the few people trying to exit the church in front of them, heading right for the main area of the church. One of them shouts, "Delilah! Just want to talk, girl. You here?"
I'm not going to respond to that.
I'm gonna dash underneath one of the pews and hide.
Give me stuff.
Jason's gonna cross himself.
God bless it.
You're rolling like Kelly rolls.
Right?
Bless myself. Turn. Start walking towards the three thugs. You guys need to go.
No. We're just looking for our sister.
Well, she doesn't want to talk to you right now.
That's too bad.
Do any of them stop me as I'm getting closer?
No, the one in front kind of takes a couple steps forward.
Cool. I'm gonna keep walking up.
Thanks for confirming she's here, though.
Yeah, not a problem, man. Headbutt.
Okay. Give me an unarmed, then, my friend.
What is that? Is that just gonna be a strength roll?
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, I'll use my care.
Okay.
Fuck me.
I literally
He
called.
hops backward as your head comes careening toward him. The fuck?
Go. You're not welcome here.
You really gonna get into a problem that's not your problem yet?
Yep. It's kind of what I do. That's my shtick.
Well, one of the guys behind him reaches into his waistband and pulls out a gun. This is kind of important to us. Delilah, come on over, or your new friend gets shot.
Buddy,
Oh,
I just got done beating the bricks out of Everett's other guys up at that fucking warehouse. Do you really want to do this?
Delilah, what are you doing?
I'll maybe take like a step closer, but stay like away because it looks like Jason has things handled.
As I see it, there's a lot of innocent people around here, and we have a big problem. So
you want to go out?
protect Delilah?
Uh-huh.
You want to protect everybody else? Because I promise you can't get them all. Big hero.
Or we can go step out into the park and settle this.
No, I'm good here. I've gotten my steps in chasing this bitch halfway across New York.
Don't call her a bitch.
Well, she's not being very cooperative like a good bitch.
I'm gonna pull out my gun and start blasting.
So anyway,
Okay, that escalated quickly.
Yep.
the other guy already pulled a gun first. This is self-defense.
He literally just threatened everybody in the church. Like,
I was sitting here going through my list. And I hear Jason. I pull out my gun, huh?
Okay. You got 3. You got 1 in the front, 2 behind him. The one on his right is currently holding a gun up.
heck yeah, good for him.
Who are you trying to shoot?
I'm gonna shoot all of them because with my new gunfighter ability, take a bonus action to treat any firearm you wield that does not have the slow firing property as if it had the burst 3. So there's 3 of them. I'm going to shoot all 3 of them.
Okay. Do the thing.
Okay. Of course. Better. And of course.
Okay. You fire off 3 times, missing the left and right fellows. But you do hit the guy in the middle.
Guy in the middle has been doing all the talking. Cool.
The guy in the middle who's been doing all the talking. You fuck him in particular.
Mm-hmm.
You catch him right in the side of the chest. And now all 3 of them pull guns.
Wouldn't let me know when I can do something, if you would, please.
Yeah, this is kind of informal. We're not
Yeah.
going full initiative right now, so go ahead.
Want to charge at the first guy, try to disarm that gun.
Which first guy? The guy
The
in
main
front?
guy who got shot.
Okay. Athletics then. Teen.
Oh,
16.
Damn it!
that was so cool.
He's taken aback a little by this tiny guy shooting out of the pews where he was cowering like a good little boy. But he just kind of like, huh?
Jen, just so you're aware, I also have a harm from Kelly in chat.
You do? I am aware.
Just making sure you know I'm being honest.
The joy
Thank
in
you
your
for your
voice.
honesty.
Oh my god.
Thank you for your honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, all 3 are going to start shooting.
Is there focus on me or on bystanders?
Focus is on you now.
Just making sure. That's what Jason cared. That's the reason Jason started shooting.
Yeah. Delilah, what are you doing in the meantime, just so I know?
Stay down.
I will stay hidden.
Stay hidden. Well, then give me a stealth roll so I know how hidden you are.
Please be hidden.
Okay. A
Okay.
little hidden. A little bit hidden.
Kind of
It's fine.
hidden.
Better
Hi.
than he was.
right.
Ish.
I'm gonna go left to right.
Mhm.
First guy. Second guy. Third guy.
I would just like to point out that unless they have gunfighter, they would also be rolling with disadvantage for gunfighting in close proximity.
Okay. Well, for your harm, I'm gonna say middle guy doesn't have to.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool just for this turn, right? Just for this turn.
But what's your defense?
Jane, that's a great question. It's been a while since somebody's popped shots at Jason. 16.
Okay, then third
Awesome.
guy doesn't have to.
Cool.
So The guy on the far right, the first guy who pulled the gun out, manages to hit you. Not for much.
Important
Just for
question. No. Do we round up or round down? Because I have all damage that comes my way.
Or damage? What do you mean?
My bodyguard
Is it the-
bodyguard class thing is tough as nails. You gain damage reduction against all damage types equal to your proficiency bonus. Oh, so wait, so proficiency bonus 2. I take 1. I take 1 damage.
That's fine.
1.
He's so proud of himself.
I'm built to last. I can't die. It's just hard to kill me. Or I can die. It's just hard to kill me. That's what I mean.
Okay.
I had to say that sounds like my line.
What are you guys doing after that?
I'm gonna pull back. Try to take a gun when I get a chance.
I am going to continue to fight them until they're either dead or they decide to leave.
Okay.
If we wanted to go
then-
to mediation or if we wanted to keep fighting.
We're gonna do one more round. Go ahead.
I do not have any more advantages. So 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. What's this? Okay. First one hits for 3. The other 2. The other 2 do not.
All right. So the 3 of them,
Um,
or are you going to give Timmy his attempted disarm again?
you can
And then-
attempt to disarm. I don't want to roll 6 times. Okay,
I got a gun.
you got a gun.
I run away with the gun.
I'll roll 4 times then.
Oh.
Jason gets hit none.
Jason gets hit what?
That's the
None. 0. 0.
Does the thug hit the little old lady?
Let's see.
2 of those beat my AC.
Those were disadvantages.
Disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh, right. Let's go. Thank you, Gunfighter V.
You're going to have to kill 2 of them. The third one will run away.
Okay.
So you got 2 dead bodies in a church.
Clip. New clip. Holster. Oh, good news. I don't have to contact the detective to come meet me somewhere.
We got plenty of witnesses saying that was self-defense.
Still gonna be going.
Ah.
Delilah, what are you doing?
I'll come out.
Seeing all this commotion because of little old you.
I'll come out from hiding and apologize for the trouble I caused.
Okay, well, say the words. This is roleplay time.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I should have told you there are some people coming after me. I thought I got away without them seeing.
How'd they know to follow you here?
I don't know.
Gun to Jason.
Take that gun. Just put it in the back. Just put it in the back.
I honestly don't know how they knew to follow me here.
All right.
I could have sworn that when I left my apartment, they didn't see me.
That's all good. Timmy, go get the best Italian dinner you possibly can with Delilah. Find out what's going on with Calvin. If I'm not here when you get back, I've been detained for questioning.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
You already have lawyers looking to other people.
Yep.
Just add me to the list. All right. Do good.
I will.
Look at Delilah. Be safe.
Okay.
Yep, that's acknowledgement. Yes, good job. Okay.
Yeah.
Double checks the bag, make sure, you know, daggers are there.
Sister, can you contact Father Dominic to let him know what happened and that I'm sorry?
She kind of like pops her head up from behind a pew, just kind of.
Jason will sit down in the pew closest to the two bodies.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, sister.
It's okay. You're protecting lives.
Once I know Timmy's gone, I was like, maybe I should look into becoming a cop.
Jimmy, Delilah, so you guys are going to the Italian restaurant?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Jason's going to confession.
Maybe pick up a chicken parm for Jason.
If the father shows up, probably.
If he does. Bjorn, is there anything else you wanted to do while you are in jail? I don't want to ignore you, but you are in a go.
Honestly, at this point, me, the player, is just sitting here waiting for Jason to get thrown into my cell. Just for the whole line of, what fresh hell is this?
Mm-hmm. Guards pass by every now and then. Is there something you wanted to ask them, or anything you wanted to do?
I'm doing my best not to jinx it. I'm doing I'm taking this. Am I alone in my cell?
You are.
I'm taking this time for introspection and grieving.
Okay.
I hope you're happy.
Fair enough. I was just checking in.
Timmy's gonna finally text back the attorney and say, they were a hire. They got mixed up in something they had no fault in.
Okay. We will take a look at in the morning. Let you know at least how much it'll cost and if there's defense.
Yep. I know.
How do you guys go ahead?
No, go ahead.
You're not going to text him about Jason?
I was just about to transition, so if there was something else you wanted to do before we kind of cut time. Okay. Gosh, who do I want to go with first, Jason or Timmy? We'll do Timmy and Delilah. So you guys head to the restaurant.
Is it hood up, hands in pockets, just...
It is closed. There are lights on, but the door is locked and the close sign is on.
Are they usually closed right now?
Would I know if they're usually closed at this time?
You would know they're usually open. They're usually open pretty late because, well, as far as you've worked for Mars, there's kind of a lot of business done out of this restaurant.
Read the hours on the door.
Normally they're open at this time. They're usually open pretty late.
Go to the front door and knock on the window.
After a couple seconds, you see someone you've never seen before, kind of a middle-aged woman, gray and black hair, wanders out from the back to just look and see who it is at the door. She locks eyes with you, Timmy, and then Delilah.
Are you open? I'm hungry. The hours say you're supposed to be open.
Her brow furrows, and then she moves over to the door, flips it open, opens the door.
Not open today?
No.
Oh, okay.
But, and Delilah, you'd recognize her. You've seen her before. She's, as far as you know, the owner of this restaurant. What are you two doing here?
I mean, I was here for a chicken parm.
Food, and also, I was trying to see if you knew anything about Calvin.
Well, one of you is telling the truth. Come in.
I'll go in.
Out of the street, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Back to the office. You know where it is, Delilah.
All right.
So you lead him back. It's just your standard restaurant layout. There's a small, like, closet-sized office where they keep the official books. Anyway, just past a less small office where, you know, they keep the unofficial books. Looking positively exasperated, she sits down behind her desk, looks between the two of you. So am I making the call now, Delilah, to let everyone know you're here, or did you want to tell me what you know in private?
Please don't let people know I'm here right now.
You know, I don't really have a choice. It's more a matter of when than if. So, when was the last time you heard from him?
I haven't heard from him in 3 days.
3 days. That was the last time we heard of him. He was chased out the back by some customers asking about a very specific order. An order he put together. You know what I'm saying, Delilah? Okay. Who are you? Looking over at Timmy.
Me? I'm a kid.
You're not a kid. What is your involvement here? You cannot tell me Delilah brought you here to tag along for some chicken parm.
I mean, honestly, I was just told to come here. Make sure that Delilah had company.
Okay. Who told you that?
Folks down at the church.
Folks down at the church. Which church?
Points that a couple blocks down.
Okay. And why would folks at the church send a child to keep Delilah company?
She
Yeah.
showed up hurt. We went. She said she was going down here. I said keep company. So here for food.
Delilah, you understand you are in trouble, right?
I do.
Okay. But you brought a friend for chicken parm.
We were also hungry.
I always believed in you. I believed you could move up in the world. I thought, you know, behind that smile was an intelligence. But you come here with a child from a church knowing there are people after you, knowing I would have to turn you over.
So what's going on?
Her boyfriend is in some very big trouble. Her
What if-
boyfriend seems to have gotten someone very important killed. So,
Like in a video game or
no,
oh,
in real life, her boyfriend got someone very important killed. And so now I have to let them know where she is so we can find her boyfriend.
who is her boyfriend? Who's your
They'll
boyfriend?
know him.
Calvin.
There was a Calvin that came through the church about 3 days ago.
Was there? What did he look like?
Gives basic description.
A couple days ago. And what was he doing there?
He hung out for a bit and then he left.
Did you just hang out at the church?
People from everything that happened over at Central Park.
Hmm.
Yeah, people were coming over there for getting bandages and all sorts. And people, it was like what they call it? A trauma center. That's what they called it.
What do you know about what happened at the park? Child?
I heard there was a bomb that went off.
Yeah. And did anyone tell you about the bomb that went off?
Just that it hurt a lot of people.
Okay. Where are your parents?
My parents
Mhm.
gives X address. Not his home address, but just
Wait,
Hey, Delilah.
Yes.
Do you think his parents would want him back?
Definitely.
And I think you should tell me everything you know.
I don't know anything. I just know I haven't seen him in 3 days.
Hey, Timothy, considering what you understand about what Calvin was doing and how he left, it's pretty weird that they are asking these questions. If he came back to the restaurant, and as you're assuming something bad happened to him at the restaurant, it's kind of strange that they would still be looking for him.
Excuse me, do you have a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen?
She slides over a pen and a piece of paper.
Okay. Tears off a little piece of it and writes a C. Then on the rest of the paper, he makes a drawing of like R for restaurant, a line over C, and then so last we saw Calvin, he was heading over here to the restaurant.
When was that?
It was a few days ago. But if he never made it here, what happened?
Well, that's what we're trying to find out. Was he speaking to someone?
Not that I saw.
He's not with the police. He's not at the hospital. He's not at the morgue. And no one's seen him since. his bank accounts, there's no activity. And he left Delilah behind. Delilah, did you have a fight?
No, he's been kind of more secretive lately. But other than that, I'm just worried about him.
Roll me, let's see. Have you roll something? Roll me. Both of you roll me persuasion.
Oh, how did I roll that 3 times?
How did you roll 20 twice?
Ooh. Hold up. Let's see if I got a thing. Do. Nope, I ain't got a thing.
Okay.
It's
She-
one of those days.
She stares across the desk at you, Timmy. Just the gaze intense. Like the most seething rage principal stare you've ever experienced in your life. Delilah, I believe you. I believe you don't know where he is. You do have to stay and talk to everyone else, but I'll give a good word. But you, what's your name?
Ken.
Did you overhear something at the church, Tim?
Did I?
What do you mean?
William A.
Wait, did I? Did I actually?
You know a
overhear
whole
something
lot
I'm not
more.
remembering?
You know
heard
a whole
the
lot more than
guy.
you're saying.
Okay, just making sure I wasn't like forgetting something
Did you-
specific.
Speak to Calvin. Did you overhear something? Do you know where he's going? Do you know where he is?
I said last time I heard from it or saw him, he was talking to the father, and he said something about leaving. And last I heard, he was coming here.
What's the name of the church again?
Insert address.
I'll send some people there. I see him yelling and I don't know what he's saying. I'll send some people there. We'll check it out. Delilah, I don't want you to get hurt because you have bad taste in men. I know the trouble they can get us into, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to give you a choice here. Okay? You can sit here with me. We will talk to Everett's men. We will tell them you don't know anything, and we'll see how that goes. Or you never came here, but you've got to go. Go.
I never came here. You never saw me.
I don't have anything to give you. I can't send you off with anything. I can't hand you anything else. That is just a 20-minute lead. That is all I can give you.
It's better than nothing.
Word of advice. if you were being chased around the city by some angry guys with guns, maybe don't drag a child with you.
That'd be
Party
decent.
advice. So,
Gonna head out.
Timmy opens the door and escorts.
Heading out the door.
back at the church, it's kind of weird. There aren't sirens yet. Normally it's a pretty quick response time. But this time, you sit and you wait, maybe 15, 20 minutes. The rest of the crowd is kind of cleared out because, you know, that's terrifying.
Yep.
So you're kind of sat alone there, Naomi in the basement, because you said not to move.
Till I got back.
And then gunfire.
Then gunfire. The nun kind of just staying small by the back of the church. 2 dead bodies in front of you. And the doors to the church open up. You've never seen this person before. She's medium height, brown hair, and a bob. She opens the door, closes the door really quickly. Not really a mess I thought I'd walk in on.
Sorry, waiting for... Honestly, there's only like one detective that's ever like, come here whenever something happens, so... Same. Wasn't expecting you either. Hi. Jason, Wild, with an E.
Grace. Kelly.
Nice to meet you, Miss Kelly.
I think we've kind of met before. On the phone. Bjorn's in jail.
You mean he didn't kill like 10 police officers rather than, you know, like not go to jail?
No, but he was charged with resisting arrest. So,
That makes more sense then.
Politely.
you want to tell me what happened here?
Girl showed up. She was being chased. She was hurt. Was patching her up. 3 thugs, gestures to 2 bodies, showed up trying to forcibly take her. And unlike our mutual friend, I'm actually a decent person. So I said, you should leave. You're not welcome here. She's not going to go with you. He drew, points at one of the bodies. They threatened all the people that were here in the church. So I drew. I won.
Okay.
And currently I'm waiting for the NYPD so I can be taken in for questioning.
Yeah. She pulls a phone out of her pocket, kind of tips the bodies over so she can take photos of their faces. And kind of fiddles with her phone for a second. No real loss.
I didn't
You guys
think
had a record a mile long.
didn't think it would be, but still. Even if they're bad people, I still killed them.
What's your story?
Child criminal, nowhere home, orphan, went into military, learned to be a decent, upright citizen, and became personal security for the wealthy and affluent. Ended up with a child version of Bjorn. Not like Bjorn, but, you know, like Bjorn.
Okay.
And then shenanigans ensued, and I find out there's more to the world than I thought there was.
More, huh?
More. Apparently some people just have really long lives.
Not always the ones deserving of it.
I wouldn't know. I've only met like 5.
You've in New York right now?
Yep, since 4 days ago.
That is actually a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
She pulls her phone out again. Like, do you mind sort of aiming the camera at your face?
Never mind.
Photo of you. Messes around on her phone. Do you want to go to jail?
No, but do the crime. I'm not someone who's going to shirk their comeuppances.
Okay.
If my peers think that I should do time because I protected a church full of people and a defenseless woman that was trying to be abducted, then that's what it is. It's not the first time I'll be in jail. Won't be the last.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Okay.
These guys are part of a known gang here in New York.
Were they run by Everett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With potential links. There are suspicions, weirdly dashed at every point, that Everett Mars has a link to the bombing in Central Park.
Was Everett Mars own Mama Vincent's?
It is a front for his business, yes.
Check gun. Start
Hold up, cowboy.
Start going to leave the church.
Hold up, cowboy. She kind of like moves to step in front of him.
I sent the kid and the girl to Mama Vincent's.
Deal with that in a second. We're dealing with you now.
I didn't realize that was something that needs dealing with. But he'll sit back down and put the gun back in its holster.
I'll give you 2 options. You can see how this plays out.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're with the FBI.
Are you FBI?
Not exactly.
I mean, I'm not paper pusher, FBI, sit around a desk kind of person, gestures to bodies.
We're
I
field
don't-
agents.
There are field agents, but I mean, unless you have a spare badge and ID. And also, I don't think Detective Baker's gonna buy that, considering he's been looking into me.
How hard?
That I don't know.
I can at least get you out of trouble for now. With more time, I can get you out of more trouble.
I don't know you, and I don't like imposing on that way. But if we're gonna have a working relationship, I'm fine with that.
What kind of relationship did you think I was proposing?
I have no idea, lady. Again, it's been a crazy 4 days, and you're friends with Bjorn. Forgive me if I'm a bit skeptical.
What's your goal here, Jason? Besides going to save your friends at an Italian restaurant. Beyond that, what do you want to do?
I had no higher purpose. No, I'd literally standard civilian life of make money, try to live a decent life, die. So plans, goals, that kind of stuff, I didn't have any. My only plan and goal was keeping my charge, who I'm paid to protect, safe. BD dubs, if we're going to do this whole front thing about FBI and stuff, I need you to put that Timothy Edgewood and his parents were Whitpro. And that's why we didn't tell Detective Baker nothing.
Timothy Edgewood, his parents.
Yep. That's the kid that I've been keeping safe, that I found out I didn't honestly need to be keeping safe, apparently.
All right.
How deep down bullshit rabbit hole do you go?
Ask a more specific question.
Do you know Maximo Trust?
I've heard of him.
Okay, you can stop looking into Maximo Trust.
Who killed him?
Said child that didn't actually need protecting.
Okay. Well, I'm sure someone's already on that.
I didn't know the FBI was looking into this stuff.
Not exactly.
Gotcha. All right. So, what do you need me to do? What are my orders?
I need, well, you already gave me your witness statement, so I will stay here and deal with the police.
Okay.
You go, do what you need to do. She'll hand him a card.
Takes card.
She'll hand him a badge.
Takes badge. Sense of purpose renewed.
You're gonna need to meet me so I can actually put details onto your file the second someone starts poking at it. That'll at least get you out of trouble here in New York City. I can't promise indefinitely.
I'm not trying to get in trouble. I'm just trying to keep people safe.
Sometimes that's trouble.
Gestures to dead bodies.
Yeah.
Father here's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Bjorn. Timmy.
Yeah.
Are there any other immortals? Verso, but I don't know where Verso's at. You know him the second you meet him, you'd want to... Are you a nurse? Oh, okay, cool. Verso's looks like a fucking romance novel. You'll know him by the proclamation of, I am Verso.
Okay. Also at Immortals then.
If you catch up with the father or something like that, there's a list of a bunch of them that were being drawn out here to the city. And I wasn't half paying attention because outside of keeping Timmy alive, none of this fucking involves me. Strangely, they're like very loose-lipped about this whole thing, even though they listed in their rules of things they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay.
All right.
Depending on how this goes, we might have a conversation later. As for now-
Director Kelly?
Not exactly.
Okay, well, then I'll stick with Miss Kelly. Thank you again.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Yeah, well, the Everett's guys came looking for Delilah, and I sent Delilah to Everett's people, so this is going to be a fun time.
Well, you have plenty of guns.
Getting a little bit of an arsenal. Heads out. Pops back in. There's a woman downstairs. She was a victim of trust. I brought her back from being drowned by him. We've already got an alternate identity set up for her. I want her to stay out of danger. I've saved her life like 3 times now.
A lot of times.
It's been a crazy 4 days. Bolts out.
And somewhere along the strip of road between Mama Vincent's and the church, you guys can run into each other.
Oh. So, Mama Vincent's is a front for Everett's people.
Yeah, we found that out just now.
I just found that out too. One of Bjorn's girlfriends is here.
Okay.
Right? She may be an FBI agent.
Okay.
I don't think it's.
Congratulations on
I
your
don't.
promotion.
I don't think it's real. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on anymore.
You got me on this one.
You, Delilah,
Yes.
puts my car keys in her hands. Get the fuck out of town.
I was just about to try to find a way out.
There you go. I recommend going south. Don't go as far south as Florida, because that's where everybody from up here likes to go. So pick some backwater fucking town in North Carolina or something.
Okay.
Dude, you got money.
I don't have. I used it all to try to get to the church.
Timmy, give her money. You at least owe her that.
Be right back. I'm turning about. Is there like a gas station or something?
Bodegas everywhere in New York City.
There, it's somewhere to get cash. It's
I'll get a prepaid Visa with
Okay.
like $1,000 on it.
a little convenience store. Okay.
He's a little kid. How much money does he have?
Enough.
All right, here you go.
Don't
That
worry
should get
about it.
you as far as at least halfway through the states.
Thank you.
I'm sorry you got caught up in bullshit again.
Hopefully it won't happen again.
Seems like it always finds people like us. Have a good one, D.
You too.
Off you go. Do you guys want to have any more discussions before we wrap up today?
Timmy,
So,
Huh?
do you remember any of the people whose lives you come in contact with?
Yeah, I do.
You remember her?
Mm-hmm.
You remember me? Jason's just gonna walk off.
Intelligence check.
You know what? I'm not gonna make you. As soon as he says that, immediately you're like, oh shit. And that's when we're gonna wrap tonight.
Feels.
Shorter.
Oh shit.
It's a little shorter than it was before.
I made the backstory for Jason before you finished Timmy, because as evidenced in other games, I do my form immediately.
Yeah.
And so when Jen was just like, Timmy at one point in time apparently had a whole gaggle of children, I was like, oh, that would be real fucking weird. Me with my orphan criminal child backstory. And I was like, I'm not gonna do anything until clear and present things pop up that would jog Jason's. Because why would he think that? Why would he remember fucking Timmy? It's literally, especially he's got parents. My Timmy back in the history was an orphan too, so on. So I wouldn't even think about it until things started piling on.
He's gonna have a bad day.
We're all having bad days here.
Badly.
We saved Chi.
Yay! Yay! Round of applause for Chi.
We did it right.
Yay!
yeah,
Big hero shit.
Catch up with her.
hopefully not.
He's gonna need a car out of town.
And then stopped at the toll booth. The guy drops the money.
Oh, this is my favorite time of the evening, where we all get to say nice things about each other.
Man, there's so much good roleplay.
You can say nice things about Chi at no expense of your official props.
Ugh.
Hey Chi, you want to go first?
Yeah. Who
Say
made
nice
your
things
night?
about other
Who
people?
made your night, Chi?
Well, I mean, it's always fun to watch Chef and everything that he does in the games.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, everyone is awesome, but yeah, it's just fun actually watching Chef and being able to play in a game with you, even though we didn't really get to interact, but maybe in the future.
Perfect.
In my defense, I blame Jason for the whole thing.
Oh, of course you do.
Sure.
Hey,
Yeah,
Chef,
the big
who made your
shot.
night?
Oh, who made my night? Well, first off, she. Thank you for trying to keep on the straight and narrow. I'm sorry you got dragged into this. Let's see. If I could, I'd probably give it to Grace because ow. But yeah, probably I'm gonna have to give it to Matt, just for like all the cute little, nice little happy references. Stick the knife twist. But the fun part is, it's really interesting seeing it happen to not me.
Oh yeah.
Seeing it happen to somebody else, I'm like,
Oh no! Even as a player, nobody's safe.
oh, I know.
I
Oh,
will
yeah.
take my moment to strike.
DM Daddy, your turn.
Oh man! All right, Chief. First of all, thank you so much for volunteering and being a special guest character in this thing, and giving small rays of hope in this very bleak existence that is Jason Wild. It's like, no, God, a normal human that's in danger. I can save you too. As far as my game props, I am definitely going to have to give it to Chef, because while we for sure we like to rib with him, it's like your characters are little chaos goblins and so on and so forth, and like you role play do cause problems, and it's always entertaining and always fun. We got to see Sadbjorn tonight, and heartbreak happened in front of our eyes, and Chef did a very, very good job role playing that. Secondary props to JenofThieves, because I've been hoping that Grace and Jason would meet one day. This is like, we're just over their shit. We're just over stupid immortal bullshit. Oh my God, kindred spirit. High five.
See him having coffee. You wouldn't believe this fucker. You wouldn't believe it on either.
And that's it for me.
All right. Dizzle, your turn.
Like I said, as everybody else said, Chi, thank you. It's always fun having you around. And again, Jen, for Grace has been amazing. She just stuck it to Bjorn.
Oh yeah.
Hard. My props got to go to Jason. Carrying that around as long as he did up until that drop right there at the end, it was like, oh.
There was work to do. There were people to keep safe. It wasn't literally until the introduction of Delilah that everything just clicked. It was like,
Yeah.
keeping alive a person that ruined my life. And I didn't even have to be keeping him alive.
So many things came back for so many people. I really appreciate it. You guys were so amazing.
It was such a great night.
Maybe he's got some shit to sort through next time.
Yep. Oh no. The consequences. They've arrived.
Eve.
Hey, I relinquished power. I'm all done here.
Powers restored. Guys, this was our Sunday night Highlander campaign. There are only 2 sessions of this season left, and then afterwards we'll be moving on to, after mine JenofThieves move, to Demon the Fallen. It's going to be a great time, and
I'm just practicing hurting people's feelings.
You're going to do great. Well, we currently have a vote over in our Discord happening. If you're not part of our Discord community, we'd love to have you over there. We talk about games, be it the tabletop games we're currently playing, tabletop games that are coming out soon, tabletop games that we love that have come out in the past, video games, arts and crafts, cooking, book club. We have a whole bunch of channels over there in our Discord, as well as the vote of our next game, which will be being run by myself, which is between Midnight World, which is a spooky horror game thing. Think Silent Hill, think think fucking, oh my god, what's his name? Cthulhu, Call of Cthulhu, that's the name of it. That kind of style of horror game thing versus Project Twilight, which is another World of Darkness. We know you guys come here mostly for our World of Darkness shenanigans. That is, think X-Files. It's going to be a group of normal mortals that work for the U.S. government exploring fantastical and impossible supernatural things. That vote is going through next week. So if you want to hop over to the Discord, talk with us, hang out with us, and vote for things, it's in the voting channel. YouTube. YouTube is where we edit down and upload all of these games. So if you came in late, or if you're like, what is going on in this game? You can head over to YouTube, punch that bell, give us a little like, subscribe action, comment on some things, and catch up on all of our games, all of our tabletop games. Most of you that stuck around from Brad with No R Stream, Brad is a role player that excels and thrives and exists here. So if you want to see more, Brad shenanigans dealing with our crazy asses and see Brad get crazy, head over to the YouTubes. And of course, Patreon, if you don't want to give half of your money to Amazon and instead would like to give us your money directly to help fund these things, we would very much appreciate it. Patreon is how we buy the books, it's how we buy maps, it's art, it's how we pay for the merch, so on, so forth, etc. So if you would like to get your money and get some really cool freaking rewards for it, click that link either there in chat, or if you're watching this on YouTube, down below, and give it a little whirl. Check it out. See us. I was DM Daddy RPG, portrayer of Jason Wild with an E. We have Timothy, portrayed by Glenn Dizzle. Bjorn Bjornsson, as I jokingly call him, played by Chef Corhall. We have a fourth player who is currently mired in finals of college, Artie Dutu, portraying Verso. I am Verso. We are joined tonight, special guest style, by Cheevel, Chi-Chi-Chai-Ti, portraying Delilah. Hey there, Delilah. And of course, this game was run by the ever lovely, ever awesome, getting more and more powerful and terrifying in her storytelling skills, JenofThieves. We'll be back hopefully Wednesday with our D&D 5e. I have dental surgery this week. I don't know if I'm going to be up for running game and talking. But otherwise, we normally have a game Wednesday, which is D&D, Friday, which is Werewolf the Apocalypse, and Sundays, which is Highlander. The Friday and Sunday games are not happening this week because it's a high holiday. Most of my players will be here with us watching WrestleMania because the spectacle, the sporting event of forever. And yeah, so we're not going to be able to have game because we're going to be too busy being wrestling nerds. There's also a wrestling channel in the Discord. If you're a wrestling nerd, please come over there. I hope everybody has a great week. And we will see y'all next time we see y'all. But in the meantime, remember, Daddy loves you.